It's average Brentwood teens
from the Brentwood Public Library,
a podcast where we discuss life as a teen, pop culture, and anything else that pops into our heads. You heard?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, we about to do this again. It's your boy Andres and my big boy
Sean. What's poppin', y'all?
We about to introduce ourselves. We got some new heads over here, man. One of a kind.
How y'all doing? Chris, a.k.a. YG Bezzy, on the mic.
And you got your boy Ty in the hoodie. You already know how I'm rocking.
Your boy Elmer.
I'm Jade.
Beautiful. It's okay, beautiful. So for today's topic, man, we're going to talk about video games. Good 15 minutes, for the crowd. How you guys doing? We love you guys. And just subscribe to us. Don't forget that. All right, man, Sean, what you got for us, man? New game coming out.
All right. January 25th, 2019. On PS4, Xbox One, and PC. A remake of Resident Evil 2.
Ooh. That's fire. That is complete fire.
After Resident Evil 7, they're remaking Resident Evil 2.
So, do you think they're going to start remaking a whole bunch of games, man?
Depends. Depends on the game.
I mean, they could.
I'm not really much in the gaming world, but it's like, once they remake something, it's not good in TV. So it's like, I'm scared.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
You got to think about it this way. Because they remade Call of Duty, what is it? Modern Warfare Remastered, right?
Oh, yeah.
They remade Modern Warfare.
Yes.
They did.
Now look at it now. It was blowing up and died.
That's trash.
Because nobody wanted Modern Warfare. Because as soon as they put out Modern Warfare and Infinite Warfare, they said, hey, why don't we bring out World War II?
Bad idea.
That was a bad idea.
Bad idea.
It died. And then guess what? Black Ops 4. It blew up.
On the
Blackout.
rise.
Everything.
Yup.
Like, it just depends on the game. So Resident Evil 2, I don't think it's going to die as easy. Because Call of Duty is a lot more ugly, I should say.
Hey, don't forget Black Ops 4, man.
Black Ops 4 is not gonna drop it, not gonna lower its standards, but Black Ops 4 is alright.
Yeah,
It's alright. It's not the greatest.
But the zombies
Zombies is lit.
Oh my god.
Blackout is
Better than
lit.
multiplayer.
It's better than multiplayer. Most
Way better than multiplayer.
It's alright.
It's alright.
I just don't like the way they made Blackout like Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
Like they really combining.
Yeah.
I
Except
don't
for the
like
building.
that.
No buildings.
Man,
no
it's
nothing.
called
Exactly.
supply and demand. You know what? I'm going to give you an example. Right here, right now.
Go ahead.
Halo,
Exclusive
Call of
Xbox
Duty.
One.
Yes.
Destiny,
Uh-huh.
Gears of War. There's always an if and an and.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's competition. Fortnite,
Yeah,
PUBG, right?
PUBG.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Black Ops. So at the end of the day, when you see like an up and coming game that nobody has, there's always got to be somebody copying another person, man.
Yeah.
It always happens, man. Example: when the PlayStation came out with the PlayStation Move, you know where they got that from? The Kinect from the Xbox. Am I correct? So then Xbox came out with the Kinect. What happened with Nintendo? Came out with the Wii.
Yeah,
Then the Wii U.
Every company tries to step it up, of course.
Exactly.
If
So
they see a new
now,
idea, they hop on it.
now let me tell you something. PC came out with virtual reality, right? PlayStation came out with virtual reality. Where's virtual reality for Xbox?
No.
Maybe next year.
No. All right, here's the thing about that.
Honest, maybe.
They thought about it, but then they killed the idea. Because they want to be different from everybody else. They don't want to be, like, basic. Because PlayStation...
Same thing all over again.
Exactly, because PlayStation bid off of Xbox with the Kinect, and they bid off of PC with virtual reality. So Xbox wants to diverse themselves from that and
Okay.
be their own thing. Microsoft
Entity.
wants... Yeah.
Okay.
So, because PS4, I feel like wouldn't be what it is today without everybody else around it. Without the other consoles around it. That's what I feel like.
True. They want to overstep their boundaries. You feel me?
Yeah. They want to go into other people's houses and steal the food out their bellies. Like, their ideas, they came out with it first. 2 years later, PlayStation will be like, hey, this is new. Why don't we try this? No, but it's not new yet.
And then the new PlayStation that's coming out, PlayStation 5, it's it's gonna be something different, way more different than PS4.
I still think that Xbox and PlayStation
Man.
should just make a console together.
Word,
Exactly.
like,
Yo,
They should
100% though.
come
I'm
on,
not gonna lie.
that's pretty smart.
I'm not gonna lie though. I think Xbox is winning a little bit. You want to know why? Reverse compatibility.
True.
You can play
Yeah.
Xbox games
I'll give
and
you
you can
that,
play
I'll give you
Xbox
that.
360 games. Can you imagine
And
playing
you can play the-
PS1, PS2,
PS1,
You can play-
PS3
Warriors, bro.
That's
Like
crazy.
on the PlayStation? Yo,
Andres, you could play the original Xbox, like the original Xbox
Yeah.
games. You could play Xbox 360 games. You could play Xbox One games. And now with the Xbox One X came out, and now that they have the Xbox One X enhanced version of games,
4K too.
that's
4K.
true.
Yo,
4K too on
vision,
Xbox.
bro.
4K,
Everything.
1080p.
And I own a PS4 Pro, the Spider-Man one. Yo, I freaking love it.
Oh,
Yo, I love it.
Spider-Man's a good game.
Well, you know the big difference. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say this again. Xbox is the best gaming system,
It is.
but PS4 is the best entertainment system.
Thank you.
You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
So
I was
at the
about
end
to
of the
say
day,
something.
Xbox has a little advantage, but PlayStation got them exclusive games, man.
Of course.
That's what
Exactly.
PlayStation
Yeah.
keep
They
killing
always
it,
shop
man.
an exclusive game.
I
Yeah.
mean, Xbox has Gears.
That's one.
That's only
Xbox
one.
also has Halo.
That's two.
That's two.
It's two.
You know how much
We also
PS4
have,
has?
It's about PS4
Yeah,
got
PS4
Spider-Man.
got
They got
OG.
Left 4 Dead.
Spider-
Left 4 Dead.
Red,
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption.
No,
They-
Xbox has Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
No.
Xbox.
What do they have again? Spyro. Crash Bandicoot.
We have Spyro as well. we have Spyro
They have
too.
the same thing. They have the same thing.
What's that dude that used to jump around like Tomb Raider?
A 2 minute.
Crash?
Nathan Date.
Nathan Drake.
Oh, Tomb Raider.
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
You guys don't have
Yeah.
Uncharted?
Xbox
Tomb
does have Uncharted, I think.
Yeah, we have Uncharted.
All right, well, it
think.
came out.
You don't have God of
You know what? We got mad exclusive games. Only no, I can't even
Wait,
count
they
right
don't
now.
have God of War, right?
Both consoles have
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of
God of
exclusive
War.
games.
God.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah,
God of
they
War,
don't.
but we have a
I
few
have
more
God of
games
War,
than you know.
I mean, I have God.
Yo, Dark Souls.
Dark Souls.
Dark
Nah,
Souls?
Not a big fan. Oh, I'm sorry. If I try to fight a big monster and it's not gonna work, like I'm just like fail. Like you feel me? Like if I try to swing on a big monster.
So, last one. So, you were talking about PlayStation exclusive games, right?
Yeah.
So, you know the PlayStation exclusive The Last of Us.
Yes. That's what I meant.
I
Yeah.
love that game.
Yeah,
It's
I
a good
love
game.
that
Great game.
Really good game.
They're coming out with a part 2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Yes, I heard.
The
I
release
heard.
date is to be decided,
Okay.
but it picks up the story of Joel and Ellie 5 years after the original game. While survival in a post-outbreak world will still be the key theme of the game, we know very little else, other than the fact that Ellie is seriously pissed off about something in the reveal trailer. Fan theory suggests that Joel is actually dead and Ellie is simply imagining him, but we won't know for sure until Naughty Dog reveals more.
Is there still gonna be clickers in the game?
It's going to be the same theme and everything.
Same
but
concept.
Same concept. Probably
Yeah.
same.
Is it gonna be new zombies?
I hope so.
Most likely. All right. Is that it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we talk about video games. Thank you so much. Give you a couple of seconds. Baby.
Oh my god.
And we're back for the next topic for this podcast is about entertainment. So tell me, guys, what's been going on in the entertainment world? The celebrityisms. What's going on?
Cardi B and Offset. What's
Whoa.
good with them?
Cardi B and Offset. What do you mean what's going on with Cardi B and Offset, man? I've been hearing a lot of stuff, man.
I think they broke up.
They broke up.
Probably. I don't
What did you
know.
break up for?
I don't know. I think it was a prank. I don't know. That's what some fans are saying. People are saying it was just a prank or something, but I don't know.
Could be for publicity.
Yeah.
Everything is about publicity, man.
I feel like it's for Offset's new album.
Oh, you like? That makes sense.
I feel like it's like
like a
setting up for his new album.
Yeah, like Karol G and Anuel. Well,
Yeah.
something like that. They kiss and then they're not dating, but I don't know. But the majority of the times that entertainers always be doing all this stuff, you know, is for mostly for like album records and all that stuff, for billboards and all that stuff. But you know, it's pretty amazing how they use the media. The media is a very big fulcrum for celebrities to use to expand their influence around the world, and that's how they get a lot of followers on Instagram, get a lot of tweets on Twitter, they get Facebook, all of that stuff. But it's pretty amazing doing all of that stuff, man. Really amazing, man. Yeah, pretty amazing. But besides that, what do you think about that, Tyree? Why do you think celebrities now use the media more than they used to use the media before? I feel like the paparazzi don't control the celebrities anymore. I feel like the celebrities control the paparazzi now.
Yeah,
am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, they want everything to come out. They want say if they want to promote something, okay? So you do something dumb to promote all this other stuff, people will notice you more to get that out, and then boom, it'll be the number one thing for me. It'll be the number one. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a big topic out of everything. It'll just be a big ass topic.
Yeah, pretty big. But besides that, let me ask you something, Sean. What's going on over here, man? You know a lot of stuff about this.
So the whole thing about the Cardi B split up with Offset, it's because he was chatting up the female rapper Cuban Doll, apparently, and I don't really know anything else about that, but Ray J said, I hope they get back together. So KUWTK, clip of Kim Kardashian defending Kanye's slavery remark was posted on TMZ.
Smoking.
But continue. Sorry about that, Sean.
So about that. All right. So wasn't supposed to see light of day. That video of Kim Kardashian defending him wasn't supposed to be out.
Oh, so she got hacked.
But somebody got it.
Leaked.
Kim Kardashian is trying like hell to justify Kanye West's slavery comment. The problem is she's fully misquoting her husband and clearly does not remember what he actually said. On the next episode of KUWTK, she has a convo with Jonathan Chiban. I hope I'm not batching his name that bad.
Oh, man.
And Simon Huck about Kanye's May 1st appearance on TMZ Live, and the convo is rife with falsehoods. First, Huck says the way they edited that clip it was not edited. Then there's Kim saying, if you listen to what he said slavery was 400 years. If it's gonna be another 400 years, that sounds like a choice to me. He didn't say slavery is a choice.
I don't.
But it's still on the basis of him saying slavery was a choice.
It was a choice. He said it was a choice.
That's what I heard too. Okay.
Here's the thing. I don't agree with Kanye, but when he was explaining his thoughts about it, he had a lot of points to it. And one of our friends was up here last time explaining how he was kind of right. We had a lot more slaves over here than they had slave owners. So if we really wanted to revolt, we could have.
But there's a little history about what you just said right there. Sure, we did have more slaves than slave owners. But did you know what the slave owners used to do?
Yeah, they used to
get the biggest guy, right? Take the biggest guy, manhandle him, break him down, and then the other slaves would see that, and they broke down the biggest dude. There's nothing we can do about it. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it sucks, man. It really sucks that all those years, man, of suffering, pain and suffering, man, that happened.
Did y'all hear about SpongeBob creator dying?
Oh yeah,
I heard about
that. We heard about that.
Yeah,
man, he was a kind of guy making SpongeBob videos.
Yeah,
but do y'all think
SpongeBob is probably the best cartoon out here?
Of course.
Yeah.
In love and memory of him.
Like,
of
I think
course.
I think Nickelodeon's gonna die because of that, right? Like,
Nah, man, they can still continue it without him.
They
No,
can still
no.
continue without him.
It's
but
not gonna have the
SpongeBob
same
is-
feel though.
Yeah,
SpongeBob is probably the best cartoon in that
Oh,
basis of everything.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Breaking news. 11 hours ago,
Nickelodeon.
TMZ posted Offset's alleged mistress apologized. It's not Cuban. What did I say?
Cuban doll.
Cuban doll.
doll.
It's not Cuban doll. It's actually Summer Bunny.
I thought it was.
I don't know who that is.
It was something funny.
Booney, B-U-N-N-I.
But yeah, Bunni.
B-U-N-N-I.
I don't know who that is, but apparently she gave a tearful apology to Cardi B.
Oh my goodness.
You know, she just ruined their marriage.
She had her
like,
shook.
Exactly.
She had
they
her and,
she ruined their marriage.
Yeah, word. Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
that's really
She had her
And they
shook.
just had
She
kids
her
too.
shook. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Culture.
No one.
Crazy.
Have anyone seen her kid yet?
Yeah,
Culture.
Like, what the kid look like?
she's kind of like light skinned.
White
Yeah.
skin?
Not like
Yeah, she
crazy
has a
crazy.
lot of culture.
She a
Not
light
like-
skinned baby. Okay.
So in the new Avengers Infinity War, they might be bringing in Deadpool.
Oh,
Oh my
and
God.
the rest of
If
the
they do?
X-Men.
If
They
bring
might
it-
be bringing in Deadpool and more of the X-Men.
All right.
Wow.
Good,
Wait,
good,
in the
good.
end of Infinity War?
In the movie Infinity
No,
War, they
no.
might be
Mrs.
bringing-
America is Mrs. Marvel is coming. To
Yeah,
see-
Miss Marvel's coming. I know.
Oh,
we
but
have
as
that
an
for sure.
unconfirmation, you're saying?
It's unconfirmed, but they might bring in Deadpool and more of the X-Men.
Wow, man, that's crazy, man. That's really crazy.
Like my uncle's like on that. Like he has all the Marvel like comics. He like collected them all, and I was like, he knows exactly what's gonna happen in the movies.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Tyree, man, you got one more topic before we go to the next topic for conspiracies.
Conspiracy.
One more topic, huh? Can you give me some time?
No, there's no time, my man, because the people don't like to wait. We impatient in here.
Of course.
Have you seen Have you seen Ariana Grande's new music video?
Oh, yo, see you next, right? Something like that.
Thank you. Next.
Thank you. Next.
I think that's
Thank
all.
Oh, my bad. I'm not really into the whole music thing, you know. I don't know about that, man. But hey, you know what? She's smart. She know exactly what she's doing, right?
She came out with her new perfume.
She got a new perfume.
She got a new perfume.
Damn, man.
Oh.
It's like a cloud, but it looks.
It's like cloud.
It's like a cloud.
Oh, cloud. I thought you said clout. Okay.
It's like a cloud, but it looks good though.
But I want to pay respects to Stan Lee, please. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yes,
of course.
yes.
Can we please
Moment
pay
of
respects?
silence.
Our respects.
Yeah.
Moment of silence for
Moment of
Stanley.
silence, please.
Moment of silence.
All right, that was a moment.
Back to everything else.
Now
Thank
we will be
God.
going to our next
Thank
topic.
God for making a person that can make some good content with comics.
Yes.
Thank God.
Ooh,
Thank God
please
for
do
the
not
movies,
forget to
too.
subscribe to.
Like a fact, like Stanley's the reason why I even want to draw. Like
beautiful.
that's it.
I love it.
Words of wisdom.
Almost choked,
You good over there?
almost choked to myself. Next topic. Here we go, guys.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
This is the Brentwood Public Library with a quick disclaimer before this segment. The following is a discussion between our teens. These are their opinions and have not been fact-checked. To get help researching and evaluating sources, stop by the Brentwood Public Library and speak with the librarian.
Ooh, man, you guys like that intro, man? That was beautiful, man. Oh,
You have
my
an
goodness.
amazing voice,
Oh,
Andres.
thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. So we're gonna talk about conspiracy theories and everything that is unknown and renown and unknown. What do you got, Miss Jade?
Oh, like you know how there's a lot of fires happening?
Yeah.
Like, where is it? Like LA, right?
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Yeah, in Los Angeles.
Forest
Like,
fires.
what if there's like a big laser that keeps making the fire? So like.
Wait, what if there's a what?
What if there's like a big laser that like our current president is doing, and like the celebrities like mock him, and he's like using it to like test it out on the celebrities.
I know what she's
All
saying.
right.
So like say if he sees like one of them, and
Yeah.
then he's like, oh, I see you.
No, he like just uses it on LA because a lot of those celebrities like make fun of him. That's why
man,
he's like
that's-
testing it out.
That's actually tough to me, honestly.
Just
I don't know.
Palm trees gone. Palm trees is really gonna be gone. If you wanna, like, if you think about it, oh my god.
All right.
But,
if you really think
shot.
about it, whatever.
Shot.
What? All right. Well, if you really think about it, you gotta have a lot of power behind this laser to set an entire forest fire.
Yeah, it's just a big laser in like space that like comes down.
Yeah,
and, like,
big
shoots-
laser. How are you generating that power?
Oh my
How are
god.
you
I feel like you
generating
got
that
that from a
power?
movie.
Come on, man. Conspiracy. You gonna tell me that the U.S. government does not have the strength to create a laser from a
course they
satellite?
do.
I mean, they
Of
do.
course they
All right, yeah, but the U.S. government. My bad. How many people do you know that's going to make fun of the U.S. government? Actually, never mind. Don't answer that.
Yeah,
But look, why would they set fire to their own country just to get back at a few celebrities?
It's called dehuman depopulation.
no, they're no, they're testing.
Pay attention to this. Depopulation is it's called distraction. Think about it. If they keep us distracted, not staying woke, because they have ulterior motives to do other things that we're not aware of. For example, when is the last time we heard news about the Middle East? It's been a while, right?
Yeah.
Don't you wonder why?
Ooh.
We've been talking more about Russia and Asia, but we haven't heard about the Middle East. Why? Do you see what I'm saying? They're distracting us. By creating more violence here in the States, they're distracting us from the real facts that something is going on in Russia and in Asia right now. So, I believe all of these little mini disasters and gun laws and all of this stuff is to keep us asleep for not paying attention what's going on. Conspiracy.
Of course, they always gotta do something.
Conspiracy.
They always hide things that like they don't want us to see. Like even though when we actually see it, like we actually see it for our own eyes, or we actually see it on like anything, and then like they don't want us to post anything, nothing about it. They just want us to keep it in the dark. Like they don't want anything to do with anything like that to be out. Like they have everything that's dark. It's like saying it's like at the dark web. Like no, they don't want none of that coming out either.
Try to cover it up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then when we ask them questions about it, they like deny it, right?
Exactly.
I have a little conspiracy about HARP. Have you guys heard of HARP? HARP is supposed to be an entity that keeps a look at the climate change and all of this stuff. But you know what I've noticed, man? Our climate has been changing a lot. And I don't think it's us that's making the climate bad. You know what I think it is? I think they're making it bad on purpose with the machine. So they're creating all of these random hurricanes. You know how many hurricanes? You see all these little hurricanes? Little tornadoes, forest fires. Like I keep saying, dehuman depopulation, man. Dehuman depopulation.
Yeah, I feel like the weather is just bipolar.
But
Yeah,
that
the weather's
too,
bipolar.
But I can tell you this, man. I want you to look at the biggest companies. For example, Walmart, Disney, all of these little companies. They're taking over, man. You're not noticing. They're buying a lot of the stocks that we're buying, man. Think about it. They're taking over all of these little government, all of these little things, controlling governments too. Think about it, yo. The majority of these countries out here who don't have a national bank, what's happening to them? They're suffering. Venezuela, Central American countries. Eventually, when you get all of those countries to get one currency, that's when the end of the world happens, man. The central bank system. Look that up. The Illuminati. Look it up. The invisible hand. The invisible hand. You gotta stay woke. You guys got mad scared, man. You guys are so quiet.
That's like a lot to think about because like that's just like a lot. That starts to talk about like monopolies and stuff.
Exactly.
So, passengers suspiciously quarantined at JFK Airport.
Whoa. When was this?
What was this?
So apparently, they quarantined some passengers on JFK at JFK Airport. I don't know why, but apparently they did. So an airplane recently has fueled controversy after some passengers on board reportedly feeling bad. They were later quarantined and some of them taken to the hospital. What really happened and why aren't the facts clear? I don't know. I don't know why. Honestly, I feel like the government... I feel like plane companies are part of the government.
No, I think the government is plane companies.
The government is everything.
Exactly.
Like, flight attendants figuring out people are sick. Quarantine them! Like, how does that work? Why are you going to quarantine? What if he has a cold?
Exactly.
It makes sense. Think about it. If we don't quarantine an area, what if everybody's infected and you just only take the dude that's infected? What would happen? The amount of deaths, if that person's like really infected, man, that'll be catastrophic, man.
Yeah, but you got to look at it this way. If he say he has something that's like non-contagious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say he has like I don't know what's non-contagious.
I don't know, the flu.
The
No,
flu is
the
contagious.
flu is contagious.
The flu is highly contagious.
Oh,
Like a skin.
but regardless of the fact,
Eczema?
it's protocol.
Eczema. Yeah, say
You
say
know-
he had like eczema.
Okay, but it's better. I understand what you're saying, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Do you
See,
understand
that's-
what I'm saying?
Like that's
Yeah,
like,
but if they're coming from their own like state, they got quarantined at JFK.
Okay.
Who knows if the plane left or not? But they were quarantined at JFK. Who knows if the plane was coming in or going out?
What if the infection was already in there?
Exactly.
That's why
So-
it's better to be. It's better. I don't know. I feel like it's better to be safe, man.
What
mean,
if
like-
the person that was initially infected, like the first person who was infected, was already off the plane going somewhere else?
Exactly.
And then somebody else got on the plane and they got infected by it.
Then you got to look for what's it called? Subject zero. You know what I'm talking about. When you get infected, they look for the victim
first
zero,
one?
the first victim.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. Alma, what do you think about that, man? About infection, all that stuff. You know, with the CDC, the EFP, and the WLP.
I think it's
What?
crazy because, I mean, a lot of people is dying because of diseases and stuff like that. So people need to watch out for that. Like, keep their head in the game.
I mean, like that's kind of like a moral conversation because it's like, would you sacrifice many for the all of them? It's kind of just like, well, it's like I'm not sick, so
Why do I gotta
yeah,
be quarantined or something like that, right?
yeah, it's kind of just like an inconvenience for
Why
everybody.
the hell not?
Because, people are dumb these days. People don't think with their heads sometimes, and then they regret when something happens to them.
They just do.
They just do and then regret when it happens. You can't do anything once it happens.
Regrets. Yeah.
Regrets.
Regrets. Regrets.
Sorry, I was eating a Snickers.
No, it was a.
I mean,
Milky
Milky Way. Yeah.
Sorry, I was eating a Milky Way.
But that's interesting. So the more people, the more mouths are being fed.
I mean, like overpopulation is like one of our main problems.
It's gonna happen
Yeah,
eventually.
As the world.
Steve,
No,
we're
no, it's
already
already
overpopulated.
No, I'm saying like it's gonna happen. When I mean like
The
human depopulation. That's what's gonna. That's
Talking
what I'm
about
trying to say.
I mean,
that,
like
government.
it's kind of already in progress.
Is that a
because-
real thing?
Yeah,
Human
wait,
depopulation?
wait.
Yeah,
It's,
sure.
it's all the government, bro.
Wait,
No,
talking
no.
talking about
Yeah,
that, Steve.
Well,
The government is trying to decrease our population.
talking about
bro.
that, Steve Hawking said that the world might end of overpopulation, and he was probably one of the smartest scientists,
He is this one.
or he is the smartest
I
scientist.
mean, the whole dehuman. What is that?
Human depopulation.
Yeah, like I think it's already in progress because like there are already people that are like starving and like really poor that can't like do anything. So
Africa.
it's like
Wow.
okay. So and then the government doesn't let them, just kind of doesn't do anything. You just kind of let them stay there and die. So it's like it's kind of already in progress.
True. Yeah, they don't like us.
Yeah. Because we have all this food everywhere. Russia, Asia, Middle East, the North Americans, South America. We have all this food, but we can't just like say, "Hey, you want some food?" Like, "Hey, you want something to eat?"
Nah,
you got
we're-
you, fam.
We're
like,
pretty selfish.
what?
Did you know that like $5 billion can actually save world hunger?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
And-
That's all.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
We have more than that, and we don't do anything about it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
If we stop slaughtering cows for a year, if we stop killing all of these animals for a year, we could probably.
But I'm gonna be hungry.
Yeah, it's like some
Bro,
people
what's
want.
Yeah,
good
but
with
we have all of this already processed meat in storage waiting to be sold. So that could probably feed us for a year.
Maybe.
Other than that, we'll
You know
probably
how
have
big our
enough to.
population is, right? You know how many people just buy and never use.
Exactly.
Sir,
See how many obese
aren't
people out here?
That's honestly, that's what everyone does. They buy and then never use, and then they throw it out once it's raw, or once it doesn't work. My fault.
I call that impulse buy.
Yes,
Exactly.
impulse.
Listen,
do
I'm
that.
guilty about it too, man.
yeah, I'm guilty.
You just buy a whole bunch of stuff. You're like, yo, I need this, I need this, I need this.
And
And
then-
then by the time you buy it, you look at it, like, why the heck did I buy that, man?
Exactly.
You want to know why? Branding, bro. Subliminal messages.
Subliminals.
Subliminal messages, man. That's how they catch you with buying stuff you don't need to buy. For example, I bought this iPad. Yo, I regret it. Not just kidding. I love my iPad. But they catch you off guard like that, man. So I'm saying.
$100
Yeah, you know, like.
They want to supply and demand, of course.
Exactly. That's why
They
I'm
want
saying.
to put out good
If-
products, make it look good for people to come through and come and buy, and they get more money to their company, and then make more things that will look identical
Good and useless.
different.
That's, but like Sean was saying, if we stop slaughtering cows and stuff like that, most of the people are just gonna start buying, and then they're not gonna use, and that stuff is just gonna be wasted.
Yeah,
and then
but
other
if we-
people are just gonna be either they're gonna be starving of hunger or homeless.
That's the thing.
I hate
Even
that.
though
If the government does what it does best and shuts its mouth, then nobody would have that impulse buy.
Bro, the government is gonna
but the
announce
government
something.
is
They're
not
gonna
gonna do
announce
that.
something.
You know the
See,
government's not
look.
gonna do that. The government just wants money.
You ready?
They don't care about us.
Exactly.
They shut their mouth about the Middle East, right?
Of course
Yeah,
they do.
but that's the Middle
Yeah,
East.
but
and
that's them doing.
But look,
Exactly.
but if they didn't want a frantic frenzy to run out of food that quickly, don't you think they would shut their mouths?
You think the government cares about us? The government has money. They can do whatever they want and leave us to die, or whatever you want to call it. They don't care about us. And even if that were to happen, the government's gonna keep on announcing what it wants to announce. It's not gonna stop.
Sir,
That's just the honest truth.
you're forgetting the honest fact. It kept its mouth shut about the most important things that happened to America. And nobody figured out till later years.
You know why they did that? Because people are not gonna come to here if there's, well, it depends. If there's a lot of violence, they're not gonna spread it around because they don't want people not to come to America or do whatever they're gonna do here, and then other people want to leave.
If the government really wanted people to come here for
You know what I mean.
But look, if the government really wanted to come here for salvation and like to have a better life, don't you think they would let all these immigrants that wanted a better life to come in?
Wait,
Don't you
but
think
I'm
that
not-
they would let all these people that have really bad lives to save their children and give them a better future?
Wait, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that are living here. If they were to talk about the bad things that happen to America, like a lot of bad things, these Americans is gonna want to leave. They're not gonna want to stay here because of the violence and stuff like that.
All that, yeah,
But
yeah.
look,
And honestly, I would do that too if I heard all this little violence going on and stuff. I would leave too.
but you hear all this violence already and
But I'm
nobody's
talking
leaving.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the violence that hasn't been spread. There's a lot of violence that no one talks about, and that violence is not talked about because people don't want to. People don't want. America doesn't want people to leave.
Exactly.
Yo, and you know
Exactly
what?
I was saying.
I kind of agree with him. You want to know why?
Leave people in the dark.
Because when we look at the news, because hold up. When you look at the news, what is the most thing that the news always talk about? They talk about stuff from the outside. They don't talk about stuff in the inside.
And personally, I don't
They always
really,
keep
I don't
people
really
out.
trust the news station because like usually it's just like usually just like the topic, like and then their opinion. Like
Yeah.
that's it.
That's
That's
true.
all. That's all news
All
is.
opinion.
all that stuff. That's what the news anchors do. Like, oh, I believe this is not going to happen, and I don't believe in this. So when the person looks at that, they're like, I don't believe it either. You want to know why? Because they're stating facts that are not true.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like
That's
that's
why you always
that's
have-
the
Alright.
news anchor's job. That's it.
And that's all.
Just
that's
And it's
why
a
you-
pity because you don't know what's actually going on. For example, have you guys heard about the about the Central Americans coming over here that were like leaving they were trying to asylum because in our states here, if a person is trying to leave a country for asylum, we're supposed to put them in. But well, you know what the news was doing? They're like, oh, illegal immigrants hopping over, but they weren't. They were trying to. You understand how they were trying to switch that up, making it look like they were the bad guys? But in reality, they were victims.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't want to get the real reason. They want to always like switch it around and make people look bad.
Political agendas, man.
Exactly.
That's what they always do.
It's horrible.
So you were talking about how if we had all of these like threats and like and bad stuff happening and people wouldn't leave, right? As soon as Donald Trump got elected, almost half the U.S. wanted to go to Canada.
Exactly. And Trump isn't a good person. You know that. Trump isn't.
And you want to know what happened? Canada denied everybody.
Exactly.
Canada said, no, we're not taking any of you.
But that don't matter. That's just Canada. There's a lot of other places in the world, too.
But that's not what I'm referring to. After Donald Trump got elected, this whole Korea thing, we've had hundreds of nuclear threats from Korea. And those are huge like threats towards us. Mm-hmm. But don't you think people would have left if they would have had those threats?
Well, people did try to leave, did they not? They
no,
tried to leave.
You didn't hear anything on the news about people trying to leave, did you?
They tried to leave.
Nobody tried to leave. Nobody cared.
No, no one you don't know about tried to leave.
Exactly. They tried to leave once Trump got elected. They couldn't leave. Now that happened, you don't hear that in the news because people don't want other people to take that advice and start leaving and start. They don't want that.
Cause like mass.
Yeah, but
panic.
that's the thing. There's social media for a reason. Things spread.
Yeah, but
if things spread, people get it, don't they? And then they get those ideas, and then they want to leave. That's how things spread between the actual communities.
Yeah, but
social media is the key between the actual people who think.
But people don't think. You know, people don't think nowadays.
No,
people start to do things without thinking.
The government doesn't think. The people in the areas around them, they do think. We have common sense. We have logic on our side. The government doesn't use logic. They try and use facts against us.
Wait, but if we had logic, Trump probably would have been elected.
Yeah, he
Trump,
wouldn't.
Yeah, if certain people had logic, Trump wouldn't be our president.
One, the election was rigged by the Russians.
No,
it wasn't.
Actually, Hillary Clinton technically did win. She technically did. If you look at the votes, she technically won. He won by the electoral vote. That's what he won by. That's why he won.
So technically, if without the electoral vote, Hillary would be president.
Yes.
Exactly, but
First lady.
She just screwed him over.
Exactly. And that now you think about it, you said some people have common sense and sort of stuff like that. If we had common sense, I mean, half of the stuff that's going on now wouldn't be going on. Even with the government, if we had common sense, stuff that was going on, like violence and stuff, that stuff wouldn't be going on because we have common sense, supposedly, but we don't.
But here's a question, right? Like, what counts as common sense? Like, what counts as that?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, common sense in general is like putting people in jail and stop using false advertisement for stuff that you don't need and stuff like that, and save the money in case of something actually happens, something worse than ever were to happen, like a nuclear attack or something like that.
I mean, like, that sounds like a lot like a moral conversation. Like if there's like, you know the iconic like train dilemma, right? So like someone's common sense is to switch to like more people or switch to the lesser person. And now, so like, what's common sense?
And now that you think about it, if we had common sense, Trump probably wouldn't want to be deporting people because immigrants are probably
Trump is part of the government, isn't he?
Yeah, but
he's doing what the others want.
But is he not a person?
Is Donald Trump's a Democrat, right?
Yes.
No, he's
a Republican. All right.
No, wait. If he had common sense, he would not probably want to send these immigrants away because the immigrants are part of the economy. And without them, the economy is going to go down, and that means the United States goes down.
You ready? Watch this. When Obama was elected, right?
Boom.
When Obama was president,
Boom.
he didn't deport every single immigrant that came into the U.S., did he? No. But, ready? As soon as Donald Trump became president, all the Republicans were complaining about these people. So he's doing what they want because he wants to go for a second term. If he can get a second term, then
It's gonna
he's
be hell.
golden.
It's gonna be hell.
Exactly, it's gonna be hell.
So he's doing what the Republican Party wants. If it wasn't up to the Republican Party, I don't think he would. He probably wouldn't have did it in the first place.
Probably
but he's
would've.
only doing.
Probably would.
He's being a follower. He's not being the actual leader of the United States. He's being a follower. He's following what they want. He can do things outside of the Republican Party. He can do things against the Republican Party, but he can still be a Republican.
Are you saying that Donald Trump is not the president of America? He's the president of America? Of like a smaller
Yes.
America?
Oh, smaller.
Wow. That's pretty interesting what you just said right there. Well, now, why do you think that?
Because all right, Donald Trump is a narcissist.
Okay.
He's a very big narcissist. So it's not that he doesn't care about the community. He definitely does, but he doesn't show it in the way that he wants. He shows it in the way of the actual Republican Party.
No, he just does it in the wrong way. If look, you said he cares about the community. He is trying to deport the people that are bad, but he's deporting people that are good as well. So he's doing that in a bad way. He's trying to show good in a bad way, and
Because
it's not
he's
working.
following the Republican Party. That's what the Republican Party wants. They just want all immigrants out. Bad, good,
Yeah, but they're immigrants
ugly,
as well.
smart.
Exactly, they're immigrants
Exactly.
as well.
But here's the thing. All of us at one point came from an immigrant family. Everybody in this state came through Ellis Island at one point.
I came from
Everybody in their family. Anybody in their
Came from
family
Kenji.
came through. My grandfather's great-grandmother went through Ellis Island to get into the U.S. so she could be a citizen. Everybody has that one family member in their family that went through Ellis Island to be an American citizen. That's why they're American citizens today.
Isn't Donald Trump even like an
Yes,
immigrant
he
himself?
is.
Probably like Irish or something. I don't know.
But here's the thing. Now that Ellis Island is down, nobody has a way to become a U.S. citizen without taking a test. They have to go to Supreme Courts, take a test to become a citizen. If they don't become a citizen, they get deported back to where they came from.
No, if they're residents, they don't get deported back. where
It
they
depends
came
on how
from.
long they were staying here.
Exactly.
But if you came into the U.S., took that test, and failed, they'd send you back to where you came.
Yeah, they ain't nobody.
No,
But-
wait, no, they.
Yes, they do. They don't let you stay here if you fail the test to become a U.S. citizen.
If you have residence, they do, and it depends how many years you've been here for.
I'm saying if you, all right, say you wanted to come to the U.S., right? You come here, take the test as soon as you get here. You fail, they send you back. That's what they
As
do.
soon as you get here, yeah, but
Yeah.
you have to have.
You have to
like-
stay here for a certain amount of years.
Exactly, to
But
do
if
that
they-
first.
If you take that test under that certain amount of years, they send you back. They don't let you stay.
I know, but at least they help you out with that, because in a certain amount of years, you can use it in whichever language you use. Like, let's say, in 5 years, if staying here in America, you have to take it in English, and then if you another 10 years, let's say that, you can take it in whatever language you want to take it. So that helps a lot, but it depends. It just really depends on everything.
You do know English is the hardest language to learn, right?
Exactly.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
English is the hardest language
No,
to
no,
learn.
no, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Actually, the hardest language to learn is Mandarin Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Due to the characters.
But
That's okay.
But for people
continue.
I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. English is one of the hardest languages to learn.
Yeah, but
Alright,
that's
so
what I'm
okay, good
saying. That's why they're
rephrase.
helping
Yeah,
you
for
out.
people like
They're
that.
helping you out in choosing a certain different language that you already know to take the test. It's a certain different way. They actually try to help you a little. But sometimes they'll not help you a lot, but they'll try to help you once in a while.
But back to the Republican thing. Alright. Everybody thinks Donald Trump is better than Obama. Well, it's not everybody. Not everybody. Certain people think that. My bad. Let me rephrase. Some people, even some Democrats, think that Donald Trump is better than
What?
Obama. But here's the thing. It's because they didn't see the real things that Obama went for. Donald Trump called Obama an idiot because he
He tried to be more
negotiated with terrorists.
No, because Trump is.
But he negotiated. We have all of this money. He sent them not even a quarter of what we have in this country to terrorists to get like our own soldiers, our people back. So how is he the idiot for that? Donald Trump wanted to start a war to get people back.
Exactly.
Why would you risk lives to get few back instead of giving them what they want and getting your own people back and not risk anybody getting hurt?
That's really true, but talking about Trump being better than Barack
I said
Obama,
some people think.
Some people,
Well,
the majority of people who.
But some of those people are crazy, you know, they're really crazy, thinking that that's actually an honest thing. Those people are cuckoo in the head. That's all I gotta say.
All right, but oh, wow, this has been a really great conversation so far.
Yeah, man.
Back and forth,
I mean,
switching parties. Like no respect. Like this is just like you know, just us bickering about something really stupid right now. But I feel like Donald Trump isn't fit to be president at all.
Not at all.
That's so true.
We need somebody with clearer views.
Like I asked my dad on the subject, and he was like Obama tried to be the president of all of America, trying to make it more inclusive, while Donald Trump, he's trying to make it more exclusive. Wait.
He's trying to make it more like
Exclusive, is that
everybody in government is the U.S.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to do.
No. Everybody that supports him is the U.S. That's what he's trying to do.
That's true.
Everybody out of who supported him, he doesn't care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And wasn't there something like the FBI raided his like lawyer or something? Lawyer's house or something, and found information that was like confidential and could probably impeach him in like a couple of years and stuff like that. That would be a good thing.
He has 2 years left.
I know, but this happened like last year. They'll just find something. They're probably looking at it right now as we speak, and they're probably looking for it like OD, trying to find information on this because it's against the law or something. He wrote something down with the lawyers and stuff. I don't know what he did, but they're thinking of impeaching him for it because it's like against the law or something. And he'd probably be the next president to get impeached.
This is twice that he did that.
Exactly. So
Because in the election, when he went against his own judgment, looked through Hillary's private email and found those files, that's illegal. You can't go through your opponent's stuff.
Exactly. So it's either he's probably going to get impeached. He's probably going to be the next one. Probably be.
But this vice president that we have isn't even good either.
That's what I was about to say.
But the vice president's only going to have like a year or two. In that year or two, he's probably not going to do anything with that year, because that president, I don't think the vice president isn't even that well.
Last year, Donald Trump accomplished a lot in a year. He put up a big.
But that's Trump.
A big wall. He stopped the nuclear war with Korea.
Boom.
Don't get me wrong, that was a good choice, honestly. But then Korea start doing their nuclear tests again.
Yep.
After they both signed a contract.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't think that the nuclear threats are like real, because like once you take a nuclear bomb into the entire equation.
Here, ready?
You're gonna blow up the world, and what is left to rule? Like what they want to rule is the world.
Wait.
And if they're trying to blow up the world, then what are they fighting for?
In the same year that Donald Trump did that, Russia came out with a threat to hit the U.S. with an EMP. Who do you find more intimidating? Russia with an EMP or Korea with a nuclear bomb? Russia with an EMP, correct? Because Korea is bluffing. They don't act upon what they say.
Big bluff.
Unless we would have did something first. Which technically we did do something first. We actually sent troops over to South Korea and watched that border between South Korea and North Korea. We had ships on the border of South Korea and North Korea watching North Korea to make sure that they didn't do it again. But guess what? They did it anyway, knowing that we were watching them. And what do? Nothing. Even though Donald Trump said that he was going to stop it from happening, they still continue to do it. Mm-hmm. Now, after they continue to do it, people are starting to recall that bluffing and start to think it's real. Because now that they're testing it a lot more, they feel like it's actually going to happen. You know, you can actually compact...
Media?
Thank you. You know, you can actually compact a nuclear bomb to only take out what you want.
Mm-hmm.
If you can at least get that radius of what you want, then you have the rest of the world to conquer.
Yeah, but that like messes up water. That messes up all the food and stuff. Like, how are you supposed to come back from that?
And most of the outside states of the U.S. are below sea level. So if they do hit U.S. anywhere on the outside states and take out the rest of it, they're going to create a tsunami to come back at them. So what's the point in doing that?
Wait, but as you said, the vice president can do a lot in 1 year. But that's Trump. Trump did that in 1 year. I don't think the vice president is going to be able to do stuff like that in 1 year.
It depends, because if he already knows that Donald Trump is going to get impeached, he could probably already have these ideas down and listed.
Yeah, but...
Because they transfer everything to the vice president.
But what if the vice president is different? You never know. I mean...
Isn't there a blue wave, too?
Yeah.
I mean, it's different for each person. Trump did stuff in 1 year. This might take him a while to do because he's a vice president, and you know it takes someone to just take that spot as president like a couple of months and so, and then have to do stuff in like 4 or 5 months. It's gonna take him a while to do anything in that 1 year.
I get what you're coming from.
You want to add something, Chris?
Yeah, like...
I have nothing to add.
And that, my friends, is our last topic for today. Thank you so much, guys. Please say goodbye to our viewers, please, guys.
Deuces.
Bye, deuces.
I'll catch y'all.
I want you to take a hammer and smash that subscribe button. Thank you.
Ooh, I like that. Goodbye, America.
America.
Hey yo, y'all been chilling with the average Brentwood teens, you heard?
Come and chill with us at the Brentwood Library when you least expect it.
Come give us a follow and a like. And please subscribe at Apple Podcasts. Thank you. Spotify.